Hi there, today we are outside here in this beautiful city of Barreiro in Portugal, and it's not a bright sunny day, it's kind of gloomy, but sun is on and off. Welcome back to my channel Euroceanicimmigration. This is Alan, your host from Portugal. Today in this video I bring to you some top businesses that you can do whilst in Portugal. Number one, since Portugal is known for its tourism, the first or the topmost priority in your business criteria would probably be something to do in the tourism industry. There are various sectors here that you can cover considering the tourist factor. There are at least around 10 to 20 million tourists that come in a particular year. In 2023, Portugal saw approximately around 30 million tourists. That is freaking mind-blowing. Now, the business ideas that I'm coming up with are, something to do with Airbnb or renting out some apartments. You can also kind of, open cafes or restaurants somewhere around the tourist areas. The other option for you in the tourism sector would be like opening a souvenir or a gift shop where the tourists normally enter to, purchase some, souvenirs to take back home to the country. Along with that, one of the biggest tourist attraction here is opening a tourist company or a travel agency. That would definitely, bring in some dough. The next kind of business that you can probably do something about in Portugal is online businesses. There are various sectors in the online industry. You can probably do e-commerce, selling things online. There are a lot of websites like Temu, then Shein. There's no Amazon here. There's no Amazon in Portugal. It's crazy, but yeah, you can definitely think of doing something in e-commerce. You can also think of if you're a teacher or if you're a life coach or any kind of coach, you can do this online. There is a huge scope in this particular country because there are a lot of old people. The population here majorly consists of people above the age of 50 years. They definitely need a lot of counseling because they're by themselves. They don't have their children around. Their children are independent doing this stuff. So that's a huge scope. Also, I feel that the online industry or the digital industry in this country, Portugal, is definitely having a huge deficit or a gap. If you think you're capable of doing that, definitely this business is for you. The next thing I can think about is a service industry where you provide certain kind of services to the people around in the Portugal. This could include cleaning services, pet sitting, pet walking, or something to do with any kind of petty jobs for the oldies around, taking care of the old people, babysitting. These are some tremendous opportunities you can have, but remember one thing, you've definitely got to learn Portuguese because this will be customer facing. So you've got to know at least a basic level of Portuguese in order to communicate with your customers. The last thing, or the second last thing, is the food industry, the food and drinks. Portuguese people are mad about food and drinks. They love their wine, they love to eat their Portuguese delicacies, their pastel de natal. There are a lot of stuff that they love to do when it comes to food. Their rich heritage brings a lot of tourism in the country, basically only for food. I'd already covered this in point number one, but yeah, the food industry is always a boom wherever you are, in whichever country you are in. So the food industry, like restaurants, cafes, food trucks, there's a huge possibility for you to succeed in these industries, specifically here in Portugal, because the company setup or the business setup is pretty easy and without any hookups. Last but not the least is the retail industry. The retail industry is specifically to do with some sort of investment where you have to probably rent out a shop where you can provide products and services to the customers, where the customers will walk into your store and you can do that. Shops like supermarkets, supermercados, you can have mobile shops, mobile repairs, computer, laptop repairs. Also, there are various small kind of cafes that you can have here around in Portugal. Cafes are a hit. There are a lot of people here who love to sit in cafes throughout the day. Specifically, these oldies who are retired and got nothing to do, they'll definitely make sure they go to the cafe morning at 8 and step out of the cafe only when it's closing down. These are some business ideas that I have for you guys whilst you're in Portugal. Let me tell you, the best thing about these ideas that I gave you, why I'm covering the topic of business, is because you can open a business in Portugal even without having a TRC or a resident status. That is crazy. Now, there are some key factors that you need to remember before you definitely get into any kind of business, which I'm sure you already know, but this is for those who don't know or who are trying to set up a business for the first time. Remember to check your skills and your interests before stepping into any kind of businesses. If it's not your interest or not your cup of tea, I would suggest don't get into it rather than taking losses. Don't get into any kind of businesses just because someone else is doing a business. Be mindful of any decisions that you're going to take before you start any kind of business here. All right. Look forward to the market research, check the competition around, see how it is, and then get into the business. Now, we as a company, Euroceanicimmigration, we have a panel of lawyers who will definitely assist you with any kind of legalization in order to set up a company and get your business. So before you start a business, you're going to have to open a company, a limited company, which is also called as an LDA here in Portugal. This company is going to be required for you to set up this particular restaurant or any kind of business that you're going to have, which you are going to need a lawyer. So you can definitely write to me or write to us on the email that I have pinned in the comments section, or you can directly mention it in the comments under this video, and I will personally reach out to each one of you to let you know what the next step is and how you can set up the business. By the way, the businesses that I have told you, just to give you a rough idea, mota आपको 10,000 euro तक लग जाएगा. This is around the current market standards, and with the inflation and all of that, I think around 10,000 euros will be the minimum that you would need to open any of these businesses that I have shared the ideas with you. Let me know how you like this video. If it was fruitful, if it was helpful, definitely write to me in the comment section, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, ciao.